Hello, New York. This is Saudi Arabia. This is not a drill.
Almost unbelievably low number of casualties that we have had.
Good evening. I'm Joanna Paul and this is Nightline. Tonight the Allies are on the move along the Kuwaiti border. A ground offensive looks inevitable. There's a mad dash for the air raid shelters as 10 Scud missiles are fired at the capital. Also tonight, the latest pictures from Baghdad where there's no let-up in the Allied bombing campaign. And following a British appeal for help, more Kiwi medics are off to the war. Thanks for joining us. Saudi Arabia was the target today as Iraq lined up the capital Riyadh, the Allied War Command headquarters and its main military base in Dhahran. In all, the Iraqis fired 10 Scud missiles, another test for the American anti-missile missiles, the Patriots.
Hello, New York. This is Saudi Arabia. This is not a drill.
The attack on Dhahran came just as US television networks were going to air. Correspondents like NBC's Arthur Kent desperately tried to attract New York's attention for a live satellite link.
We're firing Patriots. We've got flares and we've got sirens.
But this time perhaps the Iraqis' timing let them down. They missed the top of the news shows.
There goes a Patriot. Let's go.
But it wasn't all theatre. Dhahran is a key air base for the Americans who launched several Patriot missiles against the 5 incoming Scuds. The rocket attack sent people rushing for the shelters and scrambling for gas masks. Saddam Hussein has repeatedly threatened to arm his missiles with poison gas and chemical warheads. But the Patriots performed like stars. None of the incoming missiles reached their targets, which may have included the giant Aramco oil refinery where many Westerners live and work.
This man has brought grief to a lot of people. You know, this kind of psychological terror is as bad as anything I've ever experienced.
I saw four missiles, pum, 4 times. Then they shut down.
4 more Scuds were launched against the Saudi capital, Riyadh, where ABC's reporter Barry Dunsmore calmly described the scene.
Some of us went into bomb shelters, but ABC cameraman Rick Hull was on the roof of our hotel shooting some of this very spectacular footage. This really represents the kinds of things that are going on in this particular war. The now famous Patriot missile going on to challenge the Iraqi Scud missiles. And as I say, according to the Information Bureau here, all 6 incoming missiles were engaged, and it is believed that they were all destroyed, although there are some people who feel that at least one of the missiles may actually have landed around Riyadh.
Once again, it seemed the Scuds were all destroyed above the city or fell harmlessly into the sea, though pieces of the Patriots that saved the Saudi capital were in great demand among souvenir hunters. John Hale, 3 National News.
Reports are coming in of a huge crater on the outskirts of Riyadh. It's believed to be the result of a Patriot missile misfiring, but the Pentagon won't confirm that. New Zealand Air Force personnel in Saudi Arabia and several Kiwi civilians witnessed the Iraqi missiles being shot out of the sky. A short time ago, I spoke to Daphne Shaw, a Kiwi nurse working at a Riyadh hospital.
At approximately 10 o'clock, we heard explosions fairly close to where our hospital is situated in Riyadh. The hospital went on to an alert, which meant that we shut all the doors and donned our gas masks and waited to be given an all clear. We settled down for a short time and then there were further explosions and we went back onto alert again. Then we were asked to prepare to receive casualties, but we didn't get any casualties because we believe that all the missiles that were incoming were exploded.
Daphne, are you scared for your life?
No, I'm not scared for my life.
Allied air attacks on Baghdad show a relentless blitz against communications, power stations and other military targets. But a crippled US cruise missile crashes short. It hit the staff quarters for the hotel where the television crew were crouching. The first Allied pilots have been paraded on the Iraqi media. Their words are undoubtedly not uttered voluntarily.
My mission was to attack H-3 airfields in southwestern Iraq. I think our leaders and our people have wrongly attacked the peaceful people of Iraq.
There's every reason to believe the pilot's words were dictated by Iraqi authorities. And Saddam Hussein has also been on the radio. He says the missile attacks will continue. He's used only a fraction of his arsenal. And in an ominous announcement, he's ordered all foreigners to register their locations. In northern Saudi Arabia near Kuwait, huge convoys of Allied armour are preparing for the expected ground war. The Iraqi ground forces around Kuwait are formidable, and they're being hit by B-52s and smaller bombers with cluster bombs. At the Kuwaiti border, an Iraqi forward observation post was pounded and strafed by Harriers in full view of the camera crew. The missile attacks on Saudi Arabia spurred about 600 American citizens to take military flights to safety. It's costing them 50% more than commercial flights, but some say it's worth it. Saudi's just getting too hot.
Micah, what's the first thing you're going to do when you finally get to the States?
Go skiing.
There are still about 1,600 U.S. nationals in Saudi Arabia. The Americans are claiming the edge in the air war, and they're saying they've now knocked out 16 of the hard-to-find mobile Scud launchers. The Allied air forces have completed more than 7,000 missions with remarkably few claimed losses. Max Hayton, 3 National News.